Sing from my heart, they say, make it yours. Come from a personal place of your choice, but I don't know how. Then I hear you loud and clear, every word, singing songs in my ear that I never heard. And when I write them down, sweet melodies resound from my heart, from my heart. I'm just a vessel, I speak when you speak. I'm such a mess, Lord, without you I'm weak. So speak to me now, and I'll tell everyone how you gave me the words to sing in all the melodies, and every breath I breathe is for you. So do a new thing within me, God. 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 Everything about a new song is fresh and it's organic. I know it sounds like, a grocery store item, but it really is, because just even the name of the song, I named it a new song because it was a new song and I hadn't written anything new in a while, and everything that is on the album, the Interlude, is music that I had written a while ago. And I had just kind of accepted the fact that I'm like, okay, I wrote some good songs and I'm finally at the point of being able to get these songs out and get them out of me, and that's just it. I don't have anything else, and I'm okay with that, because this is what God wanted me to say, and that's that, and because I don't want to say nothing that he ain't tell me to say, but God said otherwise. And he said, because you are being obedient and because you are getting this out of you, like I told you to do, I'm going to speak new things to you. I'm going to speak life to you, and I'm going to give you more things to say and more things to sing about, more things to write. So I'm really grateful. And that's what the song is really about. The song, it sounds like it's about worship, and it is about worship, but it's about worshiping in the way that only I can, because God gave it to me. The song is talking about literally writing a song and how God gives me the words and the things, the melodies, and all of these things that I don't take credit for. Now on paper, I wrote these songs, but God, I give credit to him because he gives me these things to say. And sometimes I look up and I'm like, where did this come from? And this song is an example of that. I was in the shower and he just starts talking to me, not in the form of a song. It's just like, you know what, Brittany, you have always struggled with just being able to express yourself. I gave you the gift of singing, but when it came to singing expressively and singing with emotion and all those things to make other people feel emotion and to bring people in, draw people into me, there's always been a disconnect. And my family, they know, anybody who knows me and who's seen my journey, like, especially when I first started singing, anybody who remembers that when I was a little girl, I'd get up there, I'd sing, hold the mic like this, and my hand would be frozen next to me, and that would be all you would get. And my throat would be moving, but my body was paralyzed. And then I graduated to holding the cord on the microphone, and if I had a cordless microphone, I don't know what to do. What am I doing? Don't give me this. Give this to Benaiah. Like he knows what to do with a cordless microphone. Me, I need a cord to hold on to so I can focus on, just standing here and singing these notes, and that's all you're going to get, And that was me. That was me in a nutshell. And I still struggle to this day. I struggle with just being able to express what God has put in me in a way that connects with other people so that they can feel closer to God, and it's just something, I've just accepted that it's going to be a journey, and that's okay for me to still find ways to connect. But God, he was talking to me and he's like, this has always been your issue. But once you started to write, that was the missing piece of the puzzle, that was what the disconnect was. And I said, you're right. Like, and I'm just like starting to become overcome with emotion. Cause I'm like, this is something like this whole time, this was what was missing. I was missing, from what I was doing. I was just singing, and now I have purpose, outside of singing a song, and it's an amazing thing. And so when God was just telling me that, and I just said, okay, I'm feeling songsy right now, feeling very songsy. I'm going to come to the studio, and I'm just going to sit down with my guitar and just continue to listen to like what God is saying and what he wants me to say and what he wants me to write. And a new song. He gave me a new song. And I definitely feel, because like I said, I had been kind of blocked. I wasn't really writing anything. I didn't have any inspiration or couldn't find any inspiration. And I was, like I said, I was okay with that. I was like, I wrote these songs. I'm going to focus on putting these out. And I realized that I was at capacity. I was at capacity. I was full. And once I started to empty the things out that God had poured into me that I was just kind of hoarding, once I let those things go, once I started to let those things go so that they could live outside of me, so that other people could be blessed and receive whatever it is that God has given me to pour out, then a new song came, and it's nothing but God, the way he gave it to me. And like, even the bridge, when I wrote the bridge, you gave me the words to sing and all the melodies, and every breath I breathe is for you. I messed that up so bad, but that's not the point. I'm still getting over a cold. I know y'all hear that phlegm in there. I know it's gross. Sorry. Hopefully no one's eating right now. But yeah, when I sang that, when I wrote that, at first that was the last part that I wrote, and I mumbled it on the sound recording. Because I didn't have words yet, or at least I didn't think I had words. But I literally, like, if you listen to my original sound recording with the bridge there, I had the melodies, and I'm like, you can and you can like slightly hear that the words are there. So like I'm just sitting there listening to my mumblings, and like, what does this say? As if it's real words, but it's not, So I'm just listening to myself. Like, God was speaking to me then, but it just was kind of mumbled, and it was jumbled up. So that's how I wrote the song. Like, I don't even have a real answer of how I wrote it, because God gave it to me. I mumbled, like I said, the bridge, and listened to the bridge and like, what did I say? And I know that my heart knew what the words were, it just hadn't all connected yet, but I just listened and I'm like, this is what it is. You gave me the words to sing, and all the melodies, and every breath I breathe is for you. So do a new thing within me, God, because I wanted, like, I was tired of accepting that what I had done was enough. Like, what I had was enough. I'm like, no, that's not enough. There's more. Like, even now the album is out and I'm like, I want to do something else. I want to write something else. I have written other things. Stuff is coming. Just to let y'all know, I can't say nothing about it right now, but it's coming. But I wasn't satisfied anymore with what I had done. I mean, I was satisfied with what I had done, but not to the point of thinking that it was enough. I'm like, God can speak to me. God can say new things to me. And I'm listening, I'm here, I'm available. My eyes are open, my ears are open, my heart is open to receive whatever it is that God is going to speak to me, so that I can pour it out from my heart onto your people. That was really whack. Like, the way I delivered that wasn't convincing, but you get what I'm saying. And because I kind of forgot the words, I was like, what did I say? Like, what? I don't know if you saw my wheels turning, but yeah, that was whack. Sorry about that. Just ignore. I may or may not make the video, but yeah, that's really it. Like, even to the point of even when it came down to the notes and the delivery of the songs, I not only had like a writer's block somewhat, but I also had a singer's block. And I don't even know if people say that. I may have made that up, but I had a singer's block where when I listen to other people's songs, like, I naturally hear their songs, like, thinking of ways that I would sing it. It's just a natural thing that I do. And I'm sure, like, all singers or many singers do that. You hear, like, what would I add? You hear it for what it is, of course, because it's beautiful as it is, but you also hear it for, like, what you would do, what you would add, especially because, when you have to deliver a song or a cover, something that someone else wrote, you have to, you're not going to get up there and sing it note for note the way the person sang it. Even the person who wrote the song or the person who originally performed the song, they don't do that. They don't get up there and sing it the exact same way, because if we wanted that, we would hear the record, But when it came to my own songs, I was like, I could only hear it the way that I wrote it. I can only hear the ad-libs the way that they are on the album, or even before they were. Like, I knew what I knew what everything was going to be for the most part already, and I only heard it that way. But also, when I started to get it out, and the closer the album got to the point of completion, I started to hear my own songs differently, and I'm starting to figure out ways to reinvent and to just embellish and just make it different, not better, but just different. And I also attribute that to getting it out of me. I know I say get it out all the time, but that's what I had to do. And it has just opened me up in so many ways to receive more so that I can pour out more.